Get ready for an exciting ride in the very first into Season 1, Episode 4 of Breaking Bad. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome recaps. Hank and his DEA team have a meeting about Emilio and Crazy 8, who are both missing. It turns out Crazy 8 was their secret informant. Hank also talks about finding meth that's 99.15% pure, which is the purest ever seen. He thinks this meth could make someone in Albuquerque the new meth kingpin, not knowing it's actually Walt. At a family barbecue, Walt tells Hank, Marie, and Walt Jr. that he has cancer. He had already told Skyler. Walt uses his illness as an excuse for his odd behavior with Skyler. Marie sets up a meeting with the best cancer doctor, but they need money for the treatment. Walt doesn't want to borrow money from Hank or his mom. Meanwhile, Jesse tries Walt's meth with two friends. The next morning, he runs away from his house after thinking that two people at his door are armed bikers. Marie sets up an appointment with one of the best cancer doctors in the country, even though the family can't afford him. Walt says he will use his pension money to pay, but he actually uses some of the cash he got from Crazy 8 in the desert. He keeps this money hidden in an air conditioning vent at his house. Walt Jr. gets upset with his dad for acting strange and calm about his cancer. When Walt goes to the credit union to turn the cash into a check, a rich, rude man named Ken takes his parking spot. Ken annoys Walt and everyone else by talking loudly on his cell phone. Jesse runs away to his wealthy parents' house, where he sleeps for a whole day. He tries to connect with his smart little brother, Jake. That night, one of Jesse's friends who tried Walt's meth calls him. The friend says he knows rich people who want to buy drugs and will pay a lot of money for the high-quality meth Jesse made. The next day, Jesse goes to see Walt to check in, but Walt kicks him out. Jesse then quickly gives Walt his half of the meth money, $4,000. It looks like their partnership is over. Later, the cancer doctor tells Walt that the cancer has spread to his lymph nodes, but there is still a chance it can be treated with chemotherapy. At home, Walt shares his doubts about the chemo because it will cost $90,000. He worries that if he dies anyway, he'll leave his family with a lot of debt. Walt Jr. gets angry at his dad and says he might as well die if he's going to give up so easily. Meanwhile, at Jesse's house, a housekeeper finds a joint in his room and his parents kick him out, but the joint actually belongs to his little brother Jake, who thanks Jesse for taking the blame. While Jesse waits outside for a ride, Jake comes out and asks for his joint back. Jesse throws it on the ground and stomps on it. Walt has a bad coughing fit while driving and even coughs up blood. He pulls into a gas station and spots Ken, the rude guy from before, parking his car. When Ken leaves his car unattended, a very angry Walt grabs a squeegee, opens Ken's car hood, and uses it to mess with the battery. The engine overheats, and the car suddenly explodes as Walt calmly walks back to his own car. He drives away, leaving Ken shocked and upset. To be continued. Make sure you don't miss what happens next. Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay tuned.